Hello, everybody, and welcome to Real Madrid Hub. I am your host, Eric Rivera, and this is your spot on YouTube for all things Real Madrid news. So the news I wanted to talk about today was the cover of Diario AS, where it had the title or the headline that said, En los huesos pero vivos, which means reduced to bones or bare bones, but still alive. And that is essentially what Madrid, or the story of Madrid, has been as of late, with countless injuries and some of our best players on the bench, or our most important players on the bench. Most importantly, players like Hazard and Sergio Ramos, who just had to get his knee operated on, as well as Fede Valverde, Lucas Vázquez. You know, we have quite a few on there. Carvajal, of course. So we have quite a few on there that are important players for Real Madrid. But, you know, we were able to squeak out a win against Huesca yesterday. A difficult game, you know, because of the injuries against a last place team, but we were still able to get a win with 2 goals by Varane. And so we are still alive. We're still behind, of course, Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid does play today, and they have lost a couple of players, unfortunately, due to COVID. So we will see how they cope with that situation. And, you know, it remains to be seen. But this leaves us in the fight. And as Zidane said the other day during a press conference, they are going to fight to the end. We saw a little bit of that in the game. It did seem like they did whatever they could to come back. But the story of Real Madrid is that we're going to continue to suffer. As long as we have all these injuries, we're going to continue to suffer, because the team, even with our, you know, best starting 11, is still not playing very well. There's a lack of confidence. I think there's a disconnect between the coaches and the club and some of the players. But we'll see. We'll see how things play out, and hopefully we get that win against Getafe tomorrow. It will be an important game. There was a dust-up, obviously, against Sevilla, and when Sevilla and Getafe played, because Djené fouled, a nasty foul that Djené did to Lucas Ocampos. Getafe is a gritty, I would say, quick-to-foul side, so hopefully we get out of the game unscathed and our players don't walk away with any more injuries, because we definitely don't need that. The other thing that was on that Diario AS headline cover was the fact that it says that Zinedine Zidane has already chosen who he is going to pick as his starting 11 for the Champions League tie versus Atalanta. And that is Courtois as goalkeeper, of course, Carvajal, who will be back, Nacho, Varane, and Mendy in our defensive back line, Casemiro, Kroos, Modric will be our midfield, and Lucas, Benzema, and Asensio. Lucas Vázquez coming back from injury as our forwards. You know, Lucas Vázquez has always been one of the preferred players of Zinedine Zidane. It's, I would be amiss to say that he hasn't had a good season when he was playing at right wing. He's been solid there, and Asensio has been looking better and better, and he seems to play, at least in my opinion, better on the left-hand side. So we'll see how that all goes. And that is the news for now. That was the news out of Diario AS. It was obviously an interesting cover, showing that we are suffering, but we are still alive. And as Zidane said in that press conference, we are still looking to fight for the remaining points in La Liga, and you never know what can happen. We are 10 points behind Atletico, but we'll see what happens. Well, right now we're actually 7 points behind Atletico. We have to see if they win their game today. So we'll see what happens, guys. But that is the news for now here at Real Madrid Hub. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe to my good friend Jota Real Madrid and Dr. Jota are his 2 channels. And remember to follow me on my podcast at Y Nada Más Podcast, available wherever you find your favorite podcasting content.